Hi, good morning. I'm Angie. I'm with Geology of the Soul. I'm coming to you live on Tuesday, September 24th, during a beautifully overcast and cloudy, rainy morning here in Tucson. It is amazing. Gosh, the reflections of the lights are driving me nuts in my glasses. There we go. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning this morning here in Tucson. So much. It's cool. I've got all the windows open. It's like rainy. I've got the candles going. I feel like it's all like this great ambiance. It makes me excited. Good morning, Sandy and Laura, and I believe that's Fox. Laura. Laura, it's so interesting because it says that Laura is watching, even though it says that Gotts is commenting. So that's interesting to me. Y'all, this is my last daily live that I'm going to do. So I talked about this a little bit yesterday, and in my blog post that came out over the weekend. The self-love challenge has taught me how I need to be not overcommitting myself. The other thing is that I started doing this thinking I was going to show, sort of like my morning devotions and my morning card pull and how it works, and kind of like just like here's how I do it every morning. Well, what I'm finding is that I'm not doing the devotions part. I will go live every morning. I will pull my cards every morning, but I'm not doing my meditation and my connections like I used to. And so I really miss that, and I want to bring that back again. And I think that is incredibly important. And so that's part of what I want to bring my mornings back to, is to a small, quiet time frame where I can focus on doing a body scan, I can focus on my intuition, I can focus on my meditation, I can focus on, most of I work with Hecate, and I want to do some meditations around that. So that's what my mornings are going to become again. They're going to become mine again. That's not to say that I haven't enjoyed doing this. I've absolutely loved doing this, but it's not feasible for me to do year round. And perhaps this is something that I'll do each summer or for a season or something along those lines. I really love that idea. So one of the things that we're going to be doing instead is the Geology of the Soul team. We are going to start pre-recording a weekly show for y'all. Right now, we're thinking it's going to be YouTube, but there's a possibility that when we do that via Zoom, we can also download the audio file separate, so that then it can become like a podcast kind of thing, so you can listen to it as well as watch it. So, and then I was thinking how much fun it would be if folks submitted questions that we would have fun answering on a weekly basis, in addition to just talking about the monthly challenge that we're working on. So October is going to be all about the House of Spirits and connecting with your spirits and ancestors, and overcoming fears around connection with spirit. So we'll be talking about that weekly. That will probably come out the second week of October, and we're going to commit to doing that through Yule, through the solstice, and reevaluate at that point in time and see how it's going, if we like it, if we're going to continue it in that same way, or if we're going to change it around. I really love the idea of approaching the seasons as, sort of quarters. Let's take a look at how this is working this quarter and that next quarter and those sorts of things. So today is my last daily live. Stay tuned in a few weeks to see the Gotts team start talking, and I'll put out a form for submissions for questions, and y'all can start asking your questions and have fun watching the four of us interact as we participate in that. The other thing, I thought I had more. Tarot and Self-Care for the Holidays is up. Come join us. I will continue I'm going to pull the rest of my self-love cards for the challenge today and post them over the next couple of days, have it auto post. I'm about to go on vacation, y'all. I love this jumper. This has been so much fun this month, how jumpers pop out to reflect whatever it is that I'm talking about. I am going on vacation this weekend to go spend time with my lover. My wife-to-be and I are going to the California coast this weekend. Stay tuned for photos and surprises and fun things that are going to come out of that. I am just so incredibly psyched. All right, I'm sure that we are close on time. Let me see what we've got going on over here. 4:53, not too bad. Okay, good morning, Regina. Yes, Michelle, I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see what our self-love challenge thing is for this morning. What is my prompt? What do I need to know to connect to my badass higher self? So we are up to our crown chakra. So what do I need to know about connecting to that crown chakra? I have to say that this self-love tarot challenge has really helped me recognize the ways in which I need to be not overcommitting myself. Holy shit. Which, like, I've known forever and ever and ever. But I don't always pay attention to it. I dismiss it. And this is something that I talk about with my clients a lot, is that we tend to dismiss the messages that we receive from our body. So my body's been telling me this month that I've been overdoing it, and it's been telling me in pains and aches and issues with the hysterectomy that I had. And yet I still push myself forward, still push myself forward, and I keep going, and that's not okay. That is not okay. So I am going to start listening to my body, because if I listen to my body will be like, oh, I can trust you now. Oh, I can trust you. Okay, we can work together in harmony, and we can like integrate, as opposed to like always being in like a state of distrust. So what do I need to know to connect to my crown chakra? This is so beautiful, because it's all about the love. So the Ace of Cups is coming up to say that the more that I show myself love, and the more that I listen to my body, because that's what I was sitting here talking about, right? So the more that I listen to my body, the more that I show myself love, the easier it's going to be to connect to that crown chakra and the intuition, and the easier it's going to be for me to know how I should be leading my life, how I want to, how to stay in tune with my integrity. That's the other big thing that's been coming up as a part of this self-love challenge, is that when I am not giving myself the love and the care that I'm supposed to be giving myself, I make decisions that are counter to my integrity, like overcommitting myself, and then I can't keep my word, and then I feel like shit. Like I had to cancel on an event I was supposed to do this weekend on Sunday, and that was really shitty, and I don't want to have to be doing that, and so I need to be not overcommitting myself. So it's really interesting to me that self-love is so intricately intertwined with integrity for me, and that's exactly what the card is telling me on this, my last live, because I'm going to show myself some love and not overcommit myself while I am off cavorting at the beach with my wife-to-be. This weekend I want to really be able to pay attention to just us, and how we are going to be committing our lives together. I'm so excited about it, y'all. Okay, let me see how I am on time. There was a question around shuffling that I thought was kind of interesting that I wanted to, we've got about a minute and a half, because Sandy was talking. Sandy is Mott. Mott is one of our readers. She is over at the Brass Key, but also with Geology of the Soul, and she was talking about how we shuffle, and I think that that's interesting, Sandy, because I was noticing that last night as you were doing your live in the Tarot Mentorship group, that you shuffle differently than I do, and I was like, oh, look at that, she's shuffling like in this different, like, strange way. And so I think it's funny that you draw attention to that this morning, because I had noticed that last night. So I think it's really interesting to see the differences in how folks like treat their cards. Okay, y'all, I have loved going live with you for the last 5 months. This has been fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing your mornings with me, and stay tuned for our weekly show that Geology of the Soul is going to be putting on, and you'll probably still be hearing from me, and I'll probably be going live. Don't forget that I'm also over in the Witch's Realm, and I go live on Wednesday evenings over there to pull cards for folks, so you can always come check me out over there as well. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the flip side.